Okay, my name is Edmund Gordon. I'm the chair of the Department of African and African Diaspora Studies. I've been working on issues of having to do with black men and black masculinity for about 10 years. I've been working on issues of African American males for about 10 years. I remain kind of deeply invested in trying to think through certain basic problems. One is how to come up with what I call a structural and cultural explanation for what's been understood to be the crisis of black males. Another is to try to come to terms with this notion of crisis, whether there's actually a crisis or not. And another is to try to think through the role of patriarchy in the issues that are facing African American males and other males of color in this society. In relationship to the issue of crisis, one of the issues that I am trying to come to terms with is how it is that the crisis discourse in terms of African American males presumes somehow that African American women are doing okay. In other words, that we're only in a crisis as males or as black males in as much as our counterpart in terms of blackness is not in crisis. Otherwise, it would be a crisis of African Americans all around. So this is an issue that I'm trying to deal with. Is there indeed a crisis of African American males, or are the kinds of things that African American males face in society different, but not necessarily worse in relationship to the kinds of disabilities and other kinds of problems that black women face? In terms of the structural and cultural aspect of my work, I'm trying to get away from a cultural deficiency notion of what's going on with African Americans in general, with black males in particular, and trying to think about how race and poverty and actually sexism and patriarchy affect black men. And what I've come to in terms of that is the notion that there are two standards of masculinity in the black community, two kind of male cultural forms which actually exist on a continuum. One, the respectable form, which is what we try to teach all our young men to perform, is facilitated only if folks have, or men have, the requisite amount of social, cultural, and economic capital in order to be able to perform male respectability. If, because of poverty and racism, the requisite amounts of capital are not available to men, then black men use an alternative form of masculine status, what I call reputation, in order to be able to create male status for themselves. And reputational status is based on such things as being able to dominate women, being able to dominate other men, but in forms which are extra-institutional, ways we usually don't condone in the society. So that's that part of my work. And then the last part of my work in terms of patriarchy is I'm trying to adopt an intersectional approach to understanding what's going on with black men. As I just mentioned before, much of my work has looked at how it is that race and class have affected black men. And what I'm trying to do is focus much more on the third leg of that, which is the patriarchal side of it, and trying to understand how it is that patriarchy underpins both respectable male practice and also reputational male practice, and that is in fact a problem because patriarchy demands competition and it demands hierarchy, and that's a problem both for respectability or respectable males, but also a huge problem for reputational males. That men not only have to dominate women in order to be able to be real men, they have to dominate each other and they have to dominate themselves, and that puts both respectable males, but much more than that, reputational males, into a no-win situation.
Okay.